The more you look around, the more of them you see. So I just...
Let me zoom in, show you guys this.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullahaladzim. Siapa itu? Allahu Akbar.
Deep in the woods, far beyond any marked trail, there are places locals refuse to talk about. Places where people disappear, where whispers echo between trees. One group decided to film their exploration. They thought it would be just another late-night adventure. But the camera caught something standing between the pines, watching, waiting, and what happens next still doesn't make sense. In the heart of the forest, hidden miles beyond the nearest paved road, sits a place locals call Whispering Hollow Falls. By day, it looks peaceful. Crystal water cascading over dark rock, mist hanging in the air like smoke. But when the sun goes down, the forest changes. Locals say the falls don't just make the sound of rushing water at night. They've reported hearing whispers mixed in with it, footsteps along the rocks, and something heavy moving through the trees even when no one is there. Some claim they've seen a tall black silhouette standing near the base of the waterfall, completely still, watching. Most people laugh it off, until now. Last summer, a woman hiking alone decided to record the beauty of Whispering Hollow Falls at sunset. The light was fading, the mist was thick, everything seemed calm, but when she reviewed her footage later that night, she noticed something she never saw in person. Standing directly behind the falling water, a dark figure, too tall to be a person, too solid to be missed, and completely motionless. The camera captured it for exactly 6 seconds. Then it was gone. No splash, no movement, no explanation. And locals say the falls have been louder than usual ever since.
Domingo, curtindo uma cachoeira em Rio de Janeiro. Reparem o visual na mata. Agora o melhor de tudo é essa queda d'água. Muita água, muita força. Uhul! Ih, caraca! Tem uma coisa ali. Caraca, apareceu um cara ali no meio da água. Mozinho! Mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
Is that a tree full of game cameras? And I'm talking like a tree full of game cameras. Can anyone make sense of that?
Deep in the Pacific Northwest, inside the shadowed woods of Blackwood National Forest, there's a stretch of land locals won't step foot in after dark. Hunters say their radios stop working out there. Hikers report hearing doors slam, even though no homes are marked on any map. And more than once people have claimed they felt watched long before they saw anything. Hidden nearly 2 miles off trail sits an abandoned wooden house. No records, no history, just rotting walls and broken windows swallowed by trees. One YouTuber decided to explore it alone. Camera rolling, flashlight shaking, floorboards creaking under every step. At first, it was quiet, just the wind slipping through the cracks. Then he froze. At the far end of the hallway, standing completely still, was a tall white figure. Pale, featureless, almost glowing in the darkness. He whispered into the camera, thinking it was a trick of the light. But then, on the opposite side of the room, near the collapsed staircase, another shape appeared, this one darker than the shadows around it. A solid black figure, no reflection, no movement, Two figures, opposite sides, watching him. The camera struggled to focus. The air sounded heavier, and then the recording cuts out. No explanation was ever given. So what do you think he saw that night? Let me know in the comments.
I mean, there is that splat on top, but I think that's been purposely put there to show what team this person's on. That scared the shit out of me. Let me zoom in, show you guys this. Let me just zoom into this so you guys can see what I've just seen. I'm guessing it's some kind of a tree with the shape of shoulders and head, but when you're walking pretty fast, it caught me off guard. That just looked like a guy standing in the shadows. Do you not think? Like the head? Generically, just... What the hell? Is that a tree full of game cameras? And I'm talking like a tree full of game cameras. Can anyone make sense of that?
It was just after midnight when he entered Ravenwood State Forest. No moon, no nearby roads, just miles of trees and total darkness. Ravenwood has a reputation. Locals say strange lights move between the trees at night. Campers have reported hearing screams that don't echo like human voices. And more than once, people have found animal remains arranged in patterns that make no sense. He thought it was just another urban legend until he saw the ground scattered across the forest floor. Bones, not buried, not dragged by animals, spread out, almost placed there. He stepped closer, the camera shaking slightly. That's when the atmosphere changed. The forest, which had been silent, suddenly felt alive.
But like, they're everywhere. The more you look around, the more of them you see. So I just...
Branches snapping in circles around him, heavy breathing that didn't match his own. A low sound, almost like a growl, carried through the trees. It didn't feel random. It felt like something was trying to scare him away, or warn him. The last thing the camera records is him turning quickly toward a noise behind him, and then the footage cuts. What happened next? Watch at your own risk.
But like, they're everywhere. The more you look around, the more of them you see. So I just...
He was camping deep inside the Appalachian Mountains, miles from the nearest highway. No cell service, just forest and darkness. It was close to 1 a.m. He was inside his tent, relaxing, talking quietly to his camera about how peaceful the night felt. The crickets were loud, the wind was light. Then, the bushes behind his tent started moving. At first, it sounded small, like something brushing against leaves. But within seconds, it got closer. He stopped talking. You can hear his breathing change. Heavy footsteps circled the tent. Not fast, not random, slow, intentional. Then something pressed against the fabric, hard. He didn't wait. He grabbed his camera, unzipped the tent, and ran barefoot into the dark forest, still recording. Branches snapping behind him. Something keeping pace. And then, the camera swings back toward the tree line. For just a moment, illuminated by the weak beam of his flashlight, you see it, a tall shape standing between the trees. Too tall, shoulders unnaturally wide, completely still. Watching him, he whispers, "What is that?" The figure shifts slightly and the recording cuts. When I first saw this footage, I got chills. What do you think was out there with him that night? Let me know in the comments.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullahaladzim. Siapa itu? Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Coba aku dekati. Pergi kau pergi. Astagfirullah.
Forests don't always give answers. Sometimes they just leave questions. What was that figure in the trees? Why did it circle the tent instead of attacking? And how many other encounters go unrecorded, deep in places like the Appalachian Mountains? If you listen closely, the woods never feel truly empty. They feel like they're waiting. If this footage gave you chills, make sure to subscribe because this is only one of many unexplained encounters caught on camera. And remember, some forests are beautiful during the day, but at night, there's something else entirely. I'll see you in the next investigation.